Hey everybody, so what just came to me, and again, shout out to Dave Smith because he helped me see this, was so because we this is fucked up, dude. So the 9/11 thing, that it was a contrived event. It's my opinion. It's not really an opinion. It's my belief that it was a contrived inside event that still has yet to be brought to justice. I mean, more karmatically, spiritually, things are happening, but in the physical plane here, the people behind it, in my opinion, the true people behind it, the full, you know, all the people. Like, we know of certain individuals that did have their part to play, but there's other people, ties, connections that we are not being told about, which I think were done in purpose to perpetuate the wars in Afghanistan and in Iraq. So, if not other things too. But hold on, I can tell the enemy does not want me to get this out. Hold on. So, because this is the fucked up part, because we allowed ourselves to be fooled, essentially. I mean, when I say allow, it's like, well, yeah, I mean, this is the stuff that continued to happen from the past, but these are the America, what America is, allowed those things to happen. Let's just say it like that. I'm not saying that people wanted the trade tenders to go down or anything like that. No, but because we continue to feed this greed fucking machine that we know is evil, based on the fact that we've had the word here for 2,000 years, and we all know that there's something in humanity, I think, that knows that the greediness, like greed, is inherently evil. Like, people know that shit. Beyond all that, though, the word has been here that tells us that money is the root of all evil. So we've known about this issue with money and greed and corruption and how these things are tied together. And yet we have still continued to allow these greedy fucking companies to continue to fucking control us and to hold sway and to hold power over our fucking country. And it's gotten to the point where they've now been able to come in and hijack planes and do all these fucked up things and bring down these trade centers and convince a whole country that it was some other country that did these things. And from that, we all decided to go to fucking war. And we went over to another country that whole country, like, certain, there might have been people of that country that cooperated with these evil motherfuckers, but it was not that whole country's fault. To they that whole country did not choose to fucking do these things to America. That was a select, very small, minute amount of that population that chose to do those things. And because of the decisions of a few small people or small collection of people, that whole area had to suffer and has suffered and is continuing to suffer. And we're suffering too. But we are the ones that went over there and fucking invaded them. And now it's even it's a horrible fucking mess. It's a complete fucking mess over there. And it's like, in actuality, we're wrong, bro. Like, we're the ones that went over there and drew first blood. We went over there and did wrong to them. So it's like, we really owe them. Like, the United States government actually owes people. Like, Donald Trump's talking about, like, how we're owed shit. Like, I don't know where he's coming from. I haven't looked into it, but it's like, okay, maybe he's got something to say as far as trades are concerned and commerce and shit like that. I don't know. But if you really want to look at it, like, we're actually in debt to other people from the damages that we've done. Vietnam, we never should have been there. We owe that whole country a lot. We killed like 1 million Vietnamese people, bro. We bombed the hell out of that country. Imagine all the life, the forest, the animals we killed with our fucking bombs. Like, we've done a lot of damage. And instead, we're trying to take this victim card, like we're the ones that have been hurt, and da 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 da. Meanwhile, we're all sitting around with way too much food and way too much material possessions and all this shit. And it's like, dude, we're totally missing the fucking point, and that's exactly what the enemy would want. The best thing that we can do is make amends to our neighbors, to the people that we've offended. We need to have people. First of all, we need to publicly announce that 9/11 was a mistake. Our government, Trump, if he wants to be president of the United States, he needs to listen to the people, because the 2/3 of the people agree that 9/11 was an inside job. That means 2/3 of the American people agree that we never should have been over there in the first place. And if we were invaded by somebody else and they did all the things that we did to them, don't you think we would want some type of repercussions? Don't you think we would be in good place to ask for some repercussions? Yes, we would, as anybody would who was treated like that. And it's interesting how this is happening at the same time when all these things are happening in my life, because in order to get that good relationship back, it does take a balancing act. Like, if you've taken too much from something that you knew you shouldn't have taken from, or you did something you know you shouldn't have done, in order to regain that good balance, you gotta pay it back. If you take $5 out of the fucking till and you know that you weren't supposed to, you are now in debt to that till until you pay that till back. So until we do the good work to counter the bad work that we've done all over the place, we are still living in a state of debt and misery and owing others, because we are the bad guys. We've been the criminals, to be honest with you, bro. Like, we've gone over there and done some fucked up things, and the fucked up thing about it all is that we've also suffered too, because those same fucking people, that same force that went over there and did all those fucked up things, used what they gained over there to fuck us up, because it's a force against all of humanity. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys. So they're sitting back like, yo, we got these people to go over there to fight a war for us, to rage, to pillage, to do all these fucked up things, to farm up the opium, to get the opium, to send the opium back, to turn to Oxycontin, to sell the Oxycontin, to get all these people in America and all over the world hooked on Oxycontin, to perpetuate all these spiritual fucking crises and chaoses and pains all over the fucking world while they're making tons of fucking money. And at the same time, the military-industrial complex is continuing to gain fucking money, and the whole time, that Afghanistan, that area is continuing to unsettle and be even more chaotic than ever, as well as America is continuing to become more miserable, chaotic, and fucked up more than ever. And we're pushing the whole thing. They're just fucking pulling our strings. So, like, that's what the president needs to do. We need to make amends to other countries. And don't you think if we were to do these things, that would look very good on the United States? Don't you think that might be the best way to quell war? To go in there with an open arms, like, yo, we've done wrong. We've been lied to. Our own government fucked us up. But now we've gotten rid of our own bad government, and we're acknowledging that bad government had us doing bad things. We're sorry about it. Let us make right. Let us do right. Let us at least offer our help if it's wanted. It may not be wanted. Maybe they just want us to give them some money, which I think we should. Since what we did was fucked up, yeah, we were lied to, but we still allowed that to happen. We could have all just been like, nope, we're not going over there. Now, the way it was showed to us was like, I mean, how the fuck, this took years for it to uncover, but in retrospect, if we had had a real good government, that shit never would have gone down in the first place, because any type of a good government would have had their fucking demolition expert look at the trade centers and been like, yo, there's no way those 2 fucking planes could have brought those fucking towers down. So from that standpoint, there was some corrupt shit that happened within that fucking bombing. And so from that standpoint, we need to look at everything that happened and also think that these people work in moves and strategies. They're thinking ahead. So what is this action a prelude to? Which to me, I mean, from people of an experienced mindset, it's obvious that it could be a prelude to war. Because this is what these people have done time and time again. And that's exactly what did happen. So we need to look at any event from now on that happens with the eyes that it could be a prelude, or it is potentially a prelude to some other event. And we need to not be fooled by these people. And if we see anything that seems off about any event, it needs to be investigated to the utmost fullest. Otherwise, we run the risk of literally starting a whole fucking war that was perpetuated and contrived by an evil motherfucker. That was the whole thing. Like, they wanted us just to go to war. It wasn't like some other country actually did something to us, and thus it would be our good right to defend ourselves and to retaliate. And that in itself, I don't know if it's the right thing to do to retaliate. No, not unless our safety is being jeopardized. We should not retaliate. We should sit back here and chill the fuck out. Even from that standpoint, the whole way we handled that operation was a disaster. But that's another story, because we never should have been over there in the first fucking place. So, anyways, alright, I love you guys. I'll take care. Bye.